Brilliant. Thank you very much. There he is.
Hello.
Hi, Ash.
All good.
Good to be here, mate.
Yeah. So you became Arsenal's youngest captain at 21.
I did.
How did you handle the pressure?
It was really normal for me to lead and to be the captain. I'd been the captain of my school team. I've been captain of my county team. I've been captain of England, under 14s, under 15s, Arsenal 18s, Arsenal reserve team. I'd been captain all my life from the first time I picked up a ball and started to kick it around. So it was really normal. What was abnormal for me was that if I wasn't captain, if I wasn't wanting to win, wanting to make sure that you did your job properly so we could win, that was kind of a little bit abnormal for me.
Mr. Arsenal, yeah, that nickname you used to go by. What does that nickname mean to you and how did that come up?
Well, I think when you play for one club, and I did that, I joined there as a 13-year-old in 1979 and I played through to 2002. I'm the most successful Arsenal captain of all time. Once you do that, then you get a statue. It's not round the other way. They say the devil's in the detail. It's all about your own professional standards. From the first time I went into that marble hall, when I was 13 with my dad and went to evening training, I performed, I was on time, I did my job, I went, I worked hard and I stayed there forever. I was loyal, I was determined, I was winning things, and that results in people recognising what I did for them, and it's very nice. I think Mr. Arsenal comes from the fact that they've given me the statue that I'm a one club man, and I kind of equate with the principles of the football club.
Across 3 decades, you played for England. A lot of people said that football changed and everything. Do you see any change in football for you back then, now? How did that change across time?
Absolutely. This is quite a big question. At the start of my career, you know, it was the arenas, the football was a very physical game, and the grass levels and the pitches were at a different level. Now they are incredible. They're like carpet, and the speed of the game, and there's hardly any tackles, because if you're a minute out, if you're going for a sliding tackle and you go to ground and you're a minute out, you're giving yellow cards, you're getting red cards really quickly. So I, as a footballer, had to adapt over the decades. You know, in the 90s, they stopped the tackle from behind, which was a great thing to do. Everyone said, oh, Arsenal are finished now, because that's all they do, they kick people. But the greatest tackle in football, do you know what the greatest tackle in football is? It's the interception.
Yeah.
It's getting in front, you don't even have to tackle, it's up there. I did all my defending in my head. So that was the art of defending, and that's how the game changed. If you're a good player, I believe you can you can change and adapt to the level of football that's needed. And the top always come, you know, the top players always come to the top.
What key lessons from Arsène Wenger stick with you, or just remember something to have in the back of your head?
Arsène was a very spiritual man, and he came at the right time for me. They say when the pupil's ready, the teacher appears, and he was the right teacher for me at that particular moment. He was a psychologist, a physiologist, but he was more a friend, a colleague, a confidant, and we spoke about all sorts of subjects. It was very similar to the conversation I'm having with you today. We spoke about history, about economics, any politics. Every morning I used to get a cup of tea, going into his office, and we used to talk about life. Because he knew that I had already got all the tools that I needed to be the best footballer. He just needed me in the best physical shape. So what I got from Arsène Wenger was the tools that I needed to prepare for a football match and to recover from a football match.
How does Arsenal excellence align with Sobha's commitment to detail?
When I joined the Arsenal, I joined them for many reasons, but the most important reason is because it aligned with my principles and my standards. I think Arsenal, I always call it the Arsenal for a start, and I think it's got certain standards that other clubs haven't got, and hopefully they continue to strive. And I imagine one of the reasons Sobha actually combined and gone with Arsenal Football Club is because it's the level of those principles and standards.
You always said you were always striving for excellence, or you always wanted to get the best of everyone, and you always had a winning mentality. So how did you keep that mentality, and how does that relate to Sobha's focus on quality as well?
I think the desire, it's internal. I think it comes from a profound desire to do your best on a daily basis, to be honest with you. I do it in my personal life, and I take it into my work life, because Alex Ferguson always used to say this: you can't take your character away from the football pitch. So, you know, if you're doing things off the pitch that are not so clever, eventually it's going to reflect onto the pitch. But if you get up and you have a shave and you put a nice suit on, or you know you're having a good breakfast and you're respectful to other people, and you're kind and you're loving, and you show other people that you're looking after your side of the street first. I think that's what I tried to do. I tried to clean up my side of the street, because that's all that I can affect. And then the ripple effect of that is that everyone around me in my life, we all grow together. But the first things first, I think you've got to look after your side of the street and make sure that you're doing the best that you can do for today.
You start with the small details within yourself,
Yeah.
and just show it everywhere else. How does that luxury and that taste you have reflect your passion and precision in football as well?
It's great. It's great. A guy that saved my life is, you know, I might get a bit teary here, but that's okay. He's 18. He just died of lung cancer. But he saved my life 28 years ago, and I went to see him, and I knew how to play football, and I knew how to get drunk, but I didn't know who I was. And I was really, you know, 29, and completely my head was on fire. So once you've gone to that level of detail and come out the other side, then I've started to grow up emotionally and mentally through that journey, and it's been fabulous, painful but fabulous, you know, and like that. And you know why I brought it up is because this guy, James W, his name is, he always said, when I first went to see him, he said, look, Tone, you've been really successful in your football career. You know, there's level of detail that you've put into it, the level of desire. Let's try and do that in regards to your mental and emotional state. He said, there's things that you did within that game. What did you do? And I said, well, you know, I rocked up every day. I tried my best every day. He said, well, yeah, those are the things that, you know, and the 85% of all goals are scored in the penalty box. The whole philosophy about our defending was keeping teams out of the box. That's a very practical thing to do. You go onto the football training pitch, which Sobha kindly sponsor. You go to the training pitch, and every single day you work on that. It becomes ingrained in your psyche, and then all of a sudden you keep 24 clean sheets in that season, and and people go, oh my good God, 14 goals conceded for the season. People go, oh, how did that happen? You know, well, we were on the training ground and we did the detail, we did the work, and every day we showed up. I was doing that professionally. I wasn't doing that for myself, for my emotional or mental well-being. Today I do. Today I do the whole package. So if it's work, relationship, finance, or health, I look at the detail, look at the work I need to do. What do I need to do here for my mental health today? What do I need to do for my work, my job, my money? You know, all those relationships. If I picked up the phone to my wife, I'll shut up there because I'm sure you got another question.
That's all good, it's fine. How do your values of excellence match Sobha's mission to create iconic master plan?
When I joined the Arsenal Football Club, and we had a guy that developed the best scouting system in the history of football. A guy called Steve Rowley. He was my scout as a kid. He brought me to the Arsenal because he saw certain values within me that matched Arsenal Football Club. He saw certain values in me that matched the ethos in Arsenal Football Club. Now with the Sobha Realty, he's actually got the same values. So why did Steve Rowley pick Tony Adams? He saw a kid there that was determined, that he wanted to win. He strived for perfection. He strived for excellence. That's what he saw in me. And he always said, you know why I pick Tony Adams, everyone that I've chosen for Arsenal Football Club? Do you know why? And I said, no, tell me. He said, attitude. He said, attitude. You've got the right attitude. You've got the right values. You've got the right profile. You've got the right excellence to play for this club, for these values. So that was really important.
What's your proudest moment on the pitch, and what hopes do you have for Arsenal's future?
I was very lucky that I've won a lot of trophies for Arsenal, and a couple of 3 doubles, including the cup double. And I've won, like I say, a lot of trophies. So I'm going to say every game that I played for the Arsenal. Every single game that I played for the Arsenal was the best moment of my life.
How does it feel seeing the training centre evolve into the Sobha Realty Training Centre and continuing the legacy of excellence?
Yeah, thank you firstly for Sobha Realty's investment in Arsenal Football Club and the development of the training centre. So at the heart of Arsenal Football Club, the values it shares is to develop its youth programmes. And Sobha Realty has got the same philosophy. And when you're giving opportunities to homegrown players, they need the best facilities that is out there. So Arsène designed it, and we got little detailed things like changing rooms and that were open planned, that everyone could see each other, because previously we were in little cubicles of 6 people each, so you never kind of met your teammates. You didn't have conversations. There was lounges where you could socialise that, and I think, hopefully, the relationships with Arsenal Football Club and the Sobha Realty Training Centre can develop and to grow, and to, there's potential there for huge growth in the area of development of football players, and the whole, property real estate is these people, they know about designs of buildings, and what better people can get involved to give the players the comfort and the right environment to go on a day-to-day basis to go and do their job. That's a perfect relationship for me.